Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. For today's video, I have two cards I made using products from Maker Forte. The sentiments I'm going to be using are from the All Season Sentiment Pack, and the stamps are from the Boho Watercolor Element Set and the Hipster Valentine Stamp Set. I'm using a heavyweight top fold card base, and the inks that I will be using are an Eclipse Black, Vegas Strip, and Bubblegum. I knew that I wanted to make the focus of my cards the Copic colored stamped images, so I wanted to make the backgrounds a little bit more subdued. So what I did is I grabbed a piece of acetate that I had on my desk, stamped it with my ink pad, and spritzed it with water. These ink pads are water reactive, so you can use them almost like a watercolor. Then I went to my watercolor panel and started smooshing the ink around until I got the color I wanted. I cleaned off the acetate in between, and then I stamped it again with Vegas Strip. I only needed to stamp this one time since it is such a bright, intense color. And then I moved it around until I was happy. I set the panel aside to dry, and I grabbed my two images from the Hipster Valentine set. I'm using a Hammermill Premium Color Copy paper and my Eclipse Black Remarkable ink pad to stamp these images. This ink pad is such a great ink to use with Copic colors. It doesn't bleed and it gives such an intense black outline. I used my smooshing tool to make sure that I got a good image. Now I'm going to list all the colors that I used to color these images because I used quite a few. And until then, please enjoy the music and I'll catch back up with you. Now I wanted to add just a little bit more to this background. So I grabbed my Ranger Station and to be able to use this ruler on it, because I did want to have a straight line. I didn't want it to be perfect, but I did want it to be a little bit straight. And I grabbed the same ink, which is that bubble gun, and I just stamped across this ruler just to get this a little bit more dimension. I did the same here on this blue using the Vegas strip ink. To finish off the cards, I ran a bead of liquid glue around the edge and adhered it to my card base. I set a stamp pad on top of it just to give it some pressure to make sure I had a good adhesion. Off camera, I fussy cut my sentiment and my colored images. I cut a piece of vellum 2 by 4 inches and glued it to my images to it. I then added glue to the back of my images so it didn't show through. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, leave me a comment. Otherwise, give me a like. Thanks. Until next time.